Question on TikTok. Can a landlord update an old lease agreement by increasing the rent and then requiring the tenants to get renter's insurance as well? Hi, I'm Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, to answer this question, in California, yeah, I don't see any issue with this. Now, there are some considerations, predominantly on rental increases. Okay, your mileage may vary. You got to make sure your property is not located in a local area that regulates rents, or you're a landlord subject to local regulations. You also have to worry about California State's Tenants Protection Act as well too. So my multifamily property owners, your rents are regulated, and some single family home landlords are regulated too, unless they have an exemption from the TPA in their lease, or if you're exempt from the TPA. So I got plenty of videos on those, and that's like a long, complicated topic. But yes, how a landlord could do this is, if their lease is unexpired and it's coming up for renewal, you could offer your tenant a renewed lease for this, similar duration type deal, and include an increase of the rent as long as it's lawful. Okay. Landlord Subject to Tenants Protection Act, for example, you're generally going to be limited to one rental increase of 5% plus the change in CPI every 12 months. Okay. If you're not regulated, you could go over, hypothetically over 10%, but then you would have to, that's a topic for a different day. Go to legal landlords council before you do any of these things. Okay. Cause your area may vary. Okay. If you're doing a month-to-month agreement, those terms could be changed at any time per a written notice per Civil Code Section 827. Okay. And again, generally you have to give at least 30 days notice to a tenant. There's some requirements. If you mail those notices, you have to add 5 days. And if you go over 10% in rent, you have to provide at least 90 days notice as well too. So you got to keep those issues in mind. And landlords could require renter's insurance as a condition of continuing on with a tenancy. Basically, initially, I see it in most rental agreements that it's in the initial rental agreement. But if you're doing a renewed agreement, you could put in a term and advise the tenants that you're going to need to carry tenants insurance with liability. The whole point of it would be to, if something happens at the property, that there is some coverage, for tenant liability, that type of deal. So that's how I would look at those things. But every case and every landlord tenant situation is a little bit different. So your mileage may vary. You got to look at your local rules and figure those things out. So it's always best to talk with legal counsel, particularly that knows the rules in your area here. If you're in the Northern California area, we could possibly help you out with that. Put your questions in the comments below. Until next time, folks, I'll talk to you then. See ya.